Hey YouTubers, thanks for checking back into Crazy for Lures. Today's review is going to be on the Daiwa Generation Black casting rod. This particular model is called the Beef Stick. The model itself, the model number is 601 HFB. Alright, first of all, obviously it's a casting style rod. It's the name Generation Black. The rod itself is, well, completely black. So they went with a look that is very instantly recognizable, and it's a really cool color. It's like, it sort of reminds me of, you know, those hot rod cars that they, with the paint job that's all black, and it's like a black matte finish that looks, well, really cool, and once again, really like instantly recognizable. Let's start off here at the bottom. We're going to go with the handle itself. It's a split grip design. Bit of information for you there. Let's have a read of it. It's going to say Beef Stick, 601 HFB. So 10 to 28 grams worth of lure rating, and 6 to 12 kilograms worth of line rating there. Alright, so you're going to get really nice EVA split grip here. So split grip meaning that the blank is exposed. One section of the grip there, and the main section where you would, well, pretty much hold it like so. Alright guys, one thing I did find with this particular rod, and fishing with a fair few different styles of rods and reels, is that the handle itself is incredibly short. I really would have liked it if it was about like there. Yeah, it's like it's a heavier stick. It's made for, you know, ripping and pulling big fish in. Unfortunately, the handle itself, like, you would have liked it if it had a little bit more of a section here to give you that more leverage if need be while casting, and also, you know, if need be. But I just did find it a little bit short. Okay, now the reel seat itself is Daiwa's proprietary. Let's have a look here. It's called the sorry, I'll just find it for you here. Alright, it's called the TDZ skeleton reel seat. So it's their own design. Skeleton reel seats are pretty much where the reel seat exposes the blank, and the only thing that's really touching your bait cast reel on top. There's going to be 2 feet, like the feet of your bait cast reel is going to go in there, and they're the only 2 sections that are going to transmit any vibrations up the rod, up the blank into your reel, really. And it's not touching in that section because that there is the blank itself. Look, really cool design. So thumbs up for the design, and I'm really liking that. Like this section here, it looks really awesome. It's really comfortable to hold around there. It's quite a wide section here, very comfortable to hold. You can see how it curves around there. Okay, but unfortunately, one thing that lets you down is while you're holding this particular rod with your, you know, your bait caster reel there, this particular section here feels a little bit short, and it doesn't really feel curved around enough to be able to give you the confidence knowing that if the fish grabbed on and pulled your rod hard enough, it just makes it, I don't know, it feels really uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel like, you know, there's much there to hold on to where your fingers can sort of grip onto in that section there. Okay, so that's a bit of a letdown, that proprietary design with that section anyway, but, you know, all that there is quite comfortable. EVA at the front here. Alright, ties on very nicely, very easy to get the reel off at the end of the day. Moving on to that very nice matte black finish with very nice silver thread there. Very nice accented silver logo there. Bit more information on that side. There we are. And moving back onto the guide system. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guides plus 1 tip. So 9 total. 8 plus 1 equals 9 total. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3 single-footed guides near the tip, okay? And then the rest are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 double-footed, okay? This design here, if you can see it on that angle, you're going to be noticing that sort of like roundness there. It's quite fat in that section. It's a type of tangle-free guide, really. So as the line spools out of your reel, sorry guys, there's going to be 5 of these ones, I should say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the double-footed one, and 3 of the single-footed, okay? 3 single-footed, 5 double-footed, and 1 tip. Okay, there we go. All right, so this section here, it's curved around because it's a type of tangle-free system where as the line travels through, it cannot wrap itself around. If it does, as the line's pulling through, it will, well, just unwrap itself from that guide because of these sections here, all right? The guide system is a Fuji system. So they've employed Fuji to supply them with these guides. It is a type of Fuji alkanite guide. So the guide itself is not titanium. It's some form of metal. Obviously, they haven't listed titanium because it's not. So if it's not titanium, they don't really want to name it that much. So more than likely, it could just be steel or something else that's a cheaper material. Sorry, I should say the runners themselves, so the rings, are made of a material called alkanite. They're certainly not premium. They're very good, but you know, silicon carbide certainly is better. Zirconia is better, and there's a new one out there by Fuji, which I hope to get my hands on really soon. It's called Torzite. It's the latest in their ring system, all right, in their guide system. All right, so. The other thing is the blank is the most important part of the fishing rod, and let's talk about the blank a bit. This particular rod is, the way I would describe it, is that it is incredibly strong. It is a big, pretty much don't mess with me style blank. It's very, very firm, very strong. Okay, with this particular model of a rod that I have anyway, it's called the beef stick, hence why, you know, listen to the name. It's incredibly strong, and it's going to be, well, not as sensitive as I would have liked, to be very honest with you. It does transfer vibrations okay, but, you know, it's not as sensitive as some of the other rods that I do have. And the guide system themselves, like, so if I show you through here, and we have a closer look, I just zoom out here. The guides themselves are really like big and round, so they're not like any form of like micro guide system at all. They're quite a regular size, so to speak, of guide. So yeah, and so it's not as sensitive as what I would have liked, but it is a big brute rod. So it's a short brute rod, very good for pulling in those heavier fish. All right. It features Daiwa's HVF system for its blank. So HVF stands for high volume graphite. It's a very strong graphite. Okay, so high volume, plenty of graphite within the materials of that blank, giving it a very strong feel to it. All right. That's pretty much all I've got to really say about the rod. To sum it up, yep, it's a short rod that's really good for, say, crankbaiting. It's perfect for jerk baiting as well because it is shorter. It's got a lot of strength, but you know where it gains in that strength, you know, you can pull in massive, like big fish with this without a problem. But it loses like in sensitivity and finesse and touch. But obviously with this particular model, that's what they went for with the beef stick. In Japan, Daiwa's a Japanese brand, and in Japan, you know, like they really like to name their rods like with these cool sort of names. And I know Megabass and a lot of the other Japanese companies like to name their rods with a certain name instead of just like numbers or letters. Okay, so some of these, and I just want to read them out to you because I find them pretty funny. So one of them is called the Swamp Donkey. The other one's called the Drunk Monkey. The other one's called the Itchy Twitchy, which is pretty cool. Wild Weasel, that would be pretty like wicked. Albino, the beef stick, which is what I have here, and another one's called the cranky, so I'm sure that would be a crankbait rod. And also one name that I really find cool is called the gong beater. The gong beater. Awesome. So yeah, on that note, guys, I'm going to leave you to it. Give this rod a thumbs up. I really like it. Really strong, really powerful. But yeah, stick around for some more reviews. Hit the like button if you like the video. If you have any comments, please comment below. And also subscribe to the channel, guys. Yeah, have a good time fishing when you're out there. Yeah, and I'll catch you around next time. See you later, guys. Bye.